12 most bizarre new aircraft concepts. These are the coolest new aircraft designs that are straight from the future. Take a look as we go through these airplanes and airbuses that are both twists to the classic design. The peak of efficiency. Number 12. Aurora D8. The collaboration between Aurora Flight Sciences, MIT, and NASA has resulted in the creation of a unique-looking aircraft. The aim was to design a wide-body jet airliner that could reduce fuel consumption and noise while also maintaining compatibility with existing airport infrastructure. The aircraft will have a range of up to 3,500 miles, a cruising speed of 582 miles per hour, and a seating capacity of 180 passengers, similar to a Boeing 737. The widened body of the Aurora D8 provides extra lift along the nose section, which reduces fuel burning by 49% and the noise by 20 decibels. This design feature also allows for smaller wings that produce less drag and more efficient engine placement at the rear. Currently owned by Boeing, the D8 project is still ongoing, with plans for a full-scale prototype to begin testing between 2027 and 2035. The team hopes that by then, alternative fuels will be available to further reduce emissions during flight. Number 11. Celera 500L. The Celera 500L, a unique propeller-driven aircraft, has an air of enigma surrounding it. William Otto, its creator, proclaims that the Celera is one of the most fuel-efficient planes, purportedly achieving 5 miles to the gallon. Otto also claims that it can reach a ceiling of 65,000 feet and a top speed of 500 miles per hour. However, I'm skeptical that this plane can compete with other planes like the highly efficient PC-12 plane, and it is worth noting that there is no record of any flights having been made with it yet, so for now I would take these affirmations with a grain of salt. Number 10. Synergy Aircraft. The Synergy aircraft, developed in Kalispell, Montana, is an innovative aircraft design that has the potential to become a kit aircraft for home construction, and eventually production. With a length of 21 feet and a wingspan of 32 feet, it can accommodate up to 4 passengers and is operated by a single person. The unique double box tail wing is intended to reduce drag and provide stall resistance, theoretically making it easier to fly. Despite being in development for over a decade, a full-scale version has yet to be constructed, and only a 1/4 sized fully electric remote-controlled model has been tested. The company plans to power the full-scale version with a V4 engine, but is open to alternative green energy options if they become available before production. A full pilot's license will be required to operate the aircraft. Number 9. Lilium Jet. The Lilium Jet is an aircraft system that is both dramatic and fascinating. This VTOL aircraft, known as the Trek 36 engine, has been previously discussed and is capable of achieving the top speed of 186 miles per hour. Despite this, the jet is still remarkable from an engineering standpoint because it can transport a pilot and up to 5 passengers. Lilium intends to establish a mobility service by 2025 with an on-demand app. While numerous vertical takeoff and landing aircraft are emerging, the Lilium Jet is one of the most promising concepts and is currently performing impressive test flights. Number 8. Alice Commuter. Although long-distance flights are responsible for most aircraft emissions, there is still a significant demand for short-distance private flights that could benefit greatly for being more environmentally friendly. Since smaller jets are easier to adapt to low-emission technology, the Alice Commuter provide an opportunity to demonstrate the commercial viability of green flights before scaling up to larger designs. An Israeli company named Aviation has developed the unique all-electric jet, which is powered by 2 motors and constructed from 95% composite materials to keep it lightweight. With space for 9 passengers and a crew of 2, the design comes in 2 versions. An unpressurized model meant for air taxis, which stores its energy in a lithium-ion battery similar to those used in electric cars, and a pressurized version with a longer range that uses an aluminium air battery that can be replaced as battery technology advances. The commuter version is expected to fly up to 745 miles at speeds of 300 miles per hour on a single charge, which is more than enough for 55 worldwide airline flights according to recent statistics. The Alice design is also much cheaper to operate, with estimated hourly costs of around $200 compared to the averaged $800 for similarly sized fuel-powered aircrafts. As a result, this design could make private air travel more accessible to a wider audience. Number 7. Ford V173. The Ford Vought V173, also known as the Flying Pancake, is a legendary aircraft due to its unique structure. It was created during World War II to produce a steady and agile airplane, and in order to achieve this, the creators opted for an all-wing configuration. The aircraft's nearly flat disc-shaped body creates lift across its whole underside, while also concealing the engines and pistons that power the propellers on the front edge. This configuration necessitated lengthy propeller shafts, resulting in a more complex gearbox than other planes. Unfortunately, this design flaw caused vibrations that pilots could not tolerate for extended periods, which was the downfall of the Flying Pancake. The Flying Pancake, despite being simple to maneuver even at low speeds, never progressed beyond the prototype stage. It is currently exhibited at the Frontiers of Flight Museum in Dallas, Texas. Number 6. Jetwing. This is Yves Rossi's flight device, and his novelty can take off and land on its own, which is undoubtedly the coolest thing I've seen in a while. To operate it, you simply fasten yourself to the apparatus, activate the twin turbine engines, and fly up to 112 miles per hour. Keep in mind that Yves Rossi is a former military pilot who has flown various planes, including the F-5 and 747. The only other invention that comes close to this is Frankie Zapata's flyboard, which can also reach speeds of over 100 miles per hour. It has triple redundant flight controls and an auto-hover mode. In any case, both the wingsuit and the hoverboard are incredible flying machines. Number 5. Martini Barrage VA-14. Soviet researchers in the 1970s designed the Martini Barrage VA-14, which was possibly the most spaceship-like aircraft ever constructed. It was engineered to be a versatile aircraft that could take off from water and fly long distances at high altitudes, even right above the water's surface. Its primary role was being a submarine hunter, which is manned by a 3-person crew. The VA-14 was 85 feet long and had a wingspan of 98 feet, powered by 2 Celosia turbofan engines and 12 Ruby's turbofan lift engines, with a cruising speed of about 400 miles per hour and a range of approximately 1,500 miles. The first full-scale prototype made its inaugural flight in 1972, but the pontoon's design proved to be one of the most challenging aspects, starting with inflatable ones and then switching to rigid ones, which were most efficient preceding the death of the lead designer. Following this, progress slowed and the project was abandoned by the mid-1980s. 2 machines were built, but only one remains after having its wings removed and repurposed. You can view the aircraft at the Central Air Force Museum in Moscow. Number 4. Stipa Caproni. Caproni and Luigi Stipa collaborated in 1932 to build the Stipa Caproni aircraft. Unlike traditional aircraft, where the propeller is placed at the front or the back, the Stipa Caproni had a unique feature. The propeller was placed inside the main body, turning the fuselage into a large ducted fan with the pilot seated on top. The prototype, measuring 19 feet in length and with a 46-foot wingspan, demonstrated surprising effectiveness and achieved a top speed of 83 miles per hour with a low landing speed of 42 miles per hour. Stipa, the lead designer, never intended for the in-tube propeller design to be used singularly like on the Stipa Caproni. Instead, the aircraft served as a testbed to prove the concept before being incorporated into multi-engine designs. Unfortunately, it never came to fruition. Despite this, the aircraft's legacy has lasted far longer than anticipated, credited with inspiring the concept of jet propulsion and expediting its development. In the future, the success of mission-free aircraft will largely depend on the distances for which they are designed, and currently, developers are closer to creating short-distance designs than long-haul ones. Number 3. The Progress Eagle. The Progress Eagle is promoted as the airplane of the future, with its designers envisioning it as a feasible concept by 2030. Unlike conventional aircraft that run on fossil fuels, it would rely on 6 hydrogen engines for takeoff, with a wind turbine rear engine and solar panels on its upper surface providing power during flight. Unlike most carbon-neutral designs that are smaller in size, the Progress Eagle is a 3-level plane that could accommodate up to 800 passengers, surpassing the passenger capacity of the largest jets by 275 seats. The plane's spacious interior would allow the development of new passenger classes and the inclusion of various amenities such as shops, restaurants, and entertainment. While the plane's slower speed could be a concern, the designers claim that the overall comfort level would be comparable to that of a luxury resort. Currently, only 40% of the necessary technology to build the Progress Eagle is available, with the remaining advancements required in the development of solar cells, nanowires, and other theoretical devices. Number 2. Stratolaunch. We've included information about the largest aircraft in the world because it has a striking design and important implications. With a wingspan of over 385 feet and a maximum takeoff weight of 1.3 million pounds, the Stratolaunch is often compared to the legendary Flying Fortress. Its 6 Pratt & Whitney engines are the same ones used in the Boeing Airbus 310, which allows it to carry very heavy payloads. Originally, the aircraft was created to launch the Dream Chaser and orbital rockets. However, after the passing of its founder Paul Allen, the Stratolaunch was acquired by Cerberus Capital Management, who is now focused on performing high-speed test services. While the future of the Stratolaunch is uncertain, it is worth noting that it did perform a successful test flight. Nevertheless, many are eager to see the unique aircraft take to the skies again. Number 1. Hero Zero. A designer from New York created the Hero Zero, an airplane that could be a realistic model for future planes. The design emphasizes efficiency and sustainability, utilizing electric-powered propellers and innovative wing design. While slower than traditional jet engines, the sacrifice is worthwhile to achieve zero emissions, similar to how new car designs were necessitated by emissions concerns. The heavy batteries are positioned near the propellers, requiring engines to be in the back to accommodate the weight distribution. The current battery technology allows for short to medium haul flights, which comprise most flights. The Hero Zero has the potential to be a successful solution for the aviation industry to reduce emissions and promote travel. That's all for today's video. Which of these aircraft concepts did you think was the craziest? Do you think there's a chance for these to work in the future? Leave a comment about what you think. Also, while you're down there, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more videos on weird tech in the future.